The Pick Me Asian epidemic. Hey, man, I know this one finna be good, bro. Y'all go follow it. Damn, see, yesterday when I did the video, bro, I think the dude was at like 33,000 or 34. He growing fast, man. He making waves out here, man. Shit. Now, I got a lot of perspective on this particular topic because I went to school with a good bit of Asians. School was about 70% black, 30% Asian. So hit that sub button, hit the like button. Let's get it.
So I've mentioned this on my channel previously. Minorities in America, they will turn a blind eye to racism as long as the white people view them better than the black people. Of course, it's not all, but it's very prevalent. If you're watching this video right now, if you're Indian or if you're Asian, you all got this one friend that wants to be white. He makes jokes clowning his own race, and they just fiend for the white approval. And like I say, bro, white supremacy has did a number on many groups of people in the world. We see it so much in the black community with the raccoons, you know, and it's just becoming more and more prevalent with minorities in America. So we got a tweet right here that says, is he eating with his hands? And it's a photo of Zohran Mamdani, who is running for the mayor of New York. And I see no problem with this photo. I say this all the time, but in America, white people feel like if things aren't done by their way, the white way, it's automatically wrong. It's just...
He's not lying, bro. I just literally came across something. I didn't watch the video because I really wasn't that interested in it because I'm not from New York, but they have billionaires who are spending millions, I think maybe even billions, on making sure he does not become the next mayor of New York. That goes to tell you something.
It's so ironic because there are many American foods that are ate with the hand. Pizza, fries, burgers, like hot dogs. So because they want to eat rice with their hands, it's automatically wrong. But when people do that, it's okay, bro. Someone quote tweeted this and said, I will speak on this again because I am Asian. I eat rice almost every day. And never once in my life have I eaten it with my hand. Use a spoon. This is disgusting. Hey, bro, she tap dancing, man. She want that white approval, boy.
But you know what else is crazy, though? She get on the wrong side of TikTok. Some of those same people that she's trying to, I guess, get a pat on the back from will tell her something so derogatory and mean and racist, and she will turn a blind eye to it like she didn't see that shit. Like, yeah, man, you want to talk, but guess what, man? I've seen videos of your people eating certain rodents and things of that nature. But these are the people you're tap dancing for. And I said that because I've seen those comments. We all have. Get real racist on Instagram.
This is her, and I mean, it just looks like she wants to be white, in my opinion. Some of you American Asians really need to stop pretending you speak for Asia. You're not Asian, you're American with Asian ancestry. That's it. Having immigrant grandparents doesn't give you a PhD in other people's culture. Asia has thousands of cultures, hundreds of ways of living. Just because you've got Asian blood doesn't mean you get to call other Asians disgusting. You're not cultured, you're just allowed, you know what, hey. And I applaud that, bro. I feel like every group of people is going to have that kiss up, you know, the raccoons. And we call them raccoons in here, you know. I don't know what y'all call them, but everybody has that group of people that just you just make us sick, bro. What are you doing? Here we go, another quote tweet. As an Asian, I feel I have authority on rice. Eating rice with your hands is gross, strange, and barbaric. Nobody in my family has ever done this. He acts like utensils were never invented. And this is him. The picture's a little blurry, but he's Asian, okay? Gen Z conservative. Another tweet we have, you aren't Asian, you're American. As an Asian from Asia, I have authority to tell you that Asians have always eaten rice with their hands. And it's pictures of just people eating rice with their hands, bro. Clearly, nothing wrong with that. Someone quoted this tweet and said, Koreans, Japanese, and Chinese don't eat rice with our hands. It's only Southeast Asians. In my opinion right here, he's trying to imply that these Asians at the top are better than the Southeast Asians. And this is him, by the way, man. Oh my God, this dude, I think I saw Young Don do a video on him, bro. So, you know, yeah. Some white lady
He's a piece of work. That's what he is, man. He is far gone, man. He has been compromised.
Under that tweet and said, as my Singaporean friend used to say, the jungle Asians.
Y'all are even more.
6,000 likes. That same lady from the first tweet, she ended up like replying under it. She said, this is accurate. There are jungle Asians, Southeast Asians, island people, and there are fancy Asians, Taiwanese, Chinese, Japan. Man, I can guarantee you they all view y'all niggas the same way though. You know what I'm saying? The lady ended up replying, fancy Asians, ha ha ha, 2,000 likes. And then she said, inner Asian racism actually goes hard. We're funny. I mean, god damn, get off her dick, my nigga. Shit, golly. Look at this comment, y'all. The browns of Asians don't count. It's known. Hey, bro, this thread is crazy. It's like very If you Asian, it's gonna make you mad. I'm not gonna read no more of this, bro. But it's mainly other Asians feeding into it. So this is a screenshot from a TikTok, and it says true Asian, which I believe is Korean, Chinese, and Japanese. And then chopped Asians are basically all the South, Asian countries, bro. Which is,
who taught y'all this? You know what I mean? I've seen this across different ethnicities and cultures. Like over there in, I don't know, China or Japan, they put makeup on their face to make them look more pale, more desirable, more Caucasian looking, I guess. You go to any culture in the world, the lighter people are usually given more favor. I think I even heard the lead attorney one time say over there in Mexico, if you're not like a Canelo Alvarez looking Mexican, or look up this woman, Helena Moreno from New Orleans, the new mayor. If you don't look like her, it's damn near impossible for you to get any governmental jobs over there. And you have to actually submit a picture, a photo for your resume. You go to India, they treat the dark-skinned Indians over there like shit. You go to the Dominican Republic, they treat Haitians like shit. They treat the darker Dominicans like shit. It's crazy. Who taught you this?
And like I say, bro, throughout all time in history, the lighter you are, the better. Whiteness is considered the standard, like it's the best.
Right.
I don't know why, but yeah. And if you're darker, you got some brown, some melanin in you, you're at the bottom, bro. It's always been like that.
I have not talked about this topic in a while, but I came across a video of this Filipino girl that moved to Australia, and she found her Australian boyfriend, and he's Caucasian. I'm all about bringing culture together. I think it's amazing. People are interested about the Filipino culture. I'm like, hell yeah, this is what it is. But I think I just drew the line when she posted a video of her boyfriend or husband, I don't know what they are now, and she captions it, "Hey future kids, I've just secured your blue eyes and a better nose." I know that this is an ongoing thing, and I can't speak about someone's experience, but I remember when I was in school, this is the biggest thesis I have in one of my paper, and I did a lot of research, and I read books and studies about it, especially things that has to do with colonial mentality in the Philippines, and the ideation of whiteness, and not just skin color whiteness, but the idea of what whiteness can bring to the Philippines and the social status that can give you. A lot of Filipinos, when they look at someone who's white, they already correlate that to someone who's better and better in a lot of aspects in life.
That's worldwide.
Like
that is literally worldwide, bro.
It really is.
Black community, we see that. You know what I'm saying? Like like colorism in the black community, featureism in the black community. If you got a big nose, it's ugly. You got big lips, it's ugly. You know what I'm saying? Your skin darker, it's ugly. But if you got a skinny nose, you know what I'm saying? If you got lighter skin, this shit is.
Hey man, the next time a white dude be like, man, wish I could show you my white privilege right now, shit, man, I'll just be like, look, bro, damn near everybody in the world want to be like you, want your approval, right? They tell their kids, don't bring no Mexican home, don't you bring no Filipino home, no Vietnamese home, you go and marry you a white boy. That's privilege right there, because they ain't teaching their kids to come and date us, because the world sees y'all as the key to success, the admission. Right? This is how you open up doors. This is how you live the soft girl life. Straight up.
Worldwide, bro.
Standings, jobs. In one of the papers that I read, a lot of Filipinos subconsciously try to reach that level. It is not new. If you just go to the Philippines, go to any kind of store, every soap is whitening soap. Everything is all about making your skin whiter. Actors and actresses are revered for having more Eurocentric features, and if they're half white, oh my god, they're just, doesn't matter if they have talent or not, doesn't even matter if they can speak the language or not, they'll be a really famous Filipino actor. Besides the point, I know where the hurt is coming from, especially because a lot of those papers and books that I've read has talked about that. But I think the goal now, and I can't keep talking about the past, I just need to be able to talk about the present. And so the goal now is, like, especially my own personal goal, is to elevate me being Filipino, elevate me and my culture.
I feel for y'all, man. Y'all gotta start checking these bootlickers in the Asian community, dog, for real.
Asian racism is always like slightly, just a little bit more accepted for some weird reason.
One reason is our own people. Let me show you something. Think it stops there? No. That too, man. Joke about Asians eating pets in the year 2025 getting hundreds of thousands of likes.
And you know what's crazy about this, bro? They doing it for the wrong white people. They're not doing it for the white people who actually are not hateful, who don't want to treat you bad. You're doing it to fit in with a group of people who otherwise wouldn't want you around. But because you allow them to make you the butt end of the joke every time, they feel comfortable around you. And I told one of my old classmates that I said, bro, you know, man, you fell off when you started really just hanging out with all the white boys, because I noticed you'll let them crack racist jokes around you and not say nothing. I'm not going for that. Neither now time, bro. You just sensitive. Well, nah, it ain't about being sensitive. They don't respect you. They sit up there and say offensive things to you, and you just laugh it off. And you ain't got no type of witty rebuttal for them. You ain't even got a good racist comeback for them. That's why I drew the line at, like, damn. Now, if y'all was going tit for tat with that shit, that'd be different. But nah, you just, haha, you guys are crazy, and then you going about your business. Man, you fake ass motherfucker, you.
More likely than you think. I censored that guy's face because I'm 90% sure they're a minor, and hopefully they grow. But he is not an isolated incident.
No, indeed,
There are so many Asians who are quick to use stereotypes as the foundation of their jokes, of their humor. Whether people want to admit it or not, this perpetuates racism. It normalizes it. Comedy is powerful. Comedy transcends.
That's what I be saying about these. Oh, bro, just the way you can say it's funny.
Negative ways. Asians are more than capable of being funny without relying on racial stereotypes as a crutch. I like to use Nat Community Channel on YouTube as a great example of that. I grew up with her. So funny. You don't have to use an accent. So why do some Asians do this? A lot of the time it has to do with wanting to appeal to other communities.
Get that pat on the back
from them. It's easy to assimilate into another culture if you betray your own. Another reason is that there are opportunities for material gain. There are many creators, comedians who've built a platform off of racialized humor, off of exaggerated accents, making fun of their parents, and they get rewarded.
This happens in the black community too. Y'all remember old boy? Damn, what's his name? King Batch. You know, he used to do watermelon fried chicken jokes all the time. You know, and when I was young, it was like, okay, it was. I'm not gonna be that type of person that be like King Beck wasn't funny, because for his time he was funny. That was what's funny at the time. But looking back,
I always thought he was corny, bro. I never really saw him as funny. Like, for him to be as popular as he was, I was expecting like really funny. But man, my funny dog, I like comedians like Bernie Mac. I like comedians like Lavelle Crawford. I don't like. I could do Drewski. Desi Banks. I like Desi. I like people who make comedy about stuff that I can really relate to. And if it's not that, it'll be something more along the lines of, Patrice O'Neal, right? He starts to get into. That's when you start to get into those comedians that's really, really. You know what I'm saying?
Back, it was like it was lame, bro. You was doing corny little shit like that to, appease other audience. He got big off of that. And we still see it today. You got people just man, hey, this shit is real.
For it. They get brand deals. They get opportunities to perform at big stages, the Golden Globes. Unfortunately, I think that Asian racism will continue to not be taken seriously. It's not just these aspects. There are others, like the model minority myth. Having positive stereotypes is not a good thing, trust me. Those rob us of the nuances in our communities, and that's a whole nother bag of rice to open for a different day. Every time an Asian decides to use an exaggerated accent and stereotypes to build their platform, a Japanese government official denies their war crimes.
Things I did as an Asian kid to fit in, which was just internalized racism. When I was younger, I developed a serious case of internalized racism. I grew up playing sport in Australia, and it is a very male, Western dominated culture. I grew up in Australia, so my accent is real, but I knew that in order to fit in, I would just turn up my Australian accent a little bit more. I would really pull out my twang like a little bit more to sound like them in order to get a bit more respect. The other thing that I did was I used overly complicated words when explaining things to try and sound more intelligent, because I think deep down I felt like who I was or my culture or where I came from wasn't enough. And so if I used extra smart words, then maybe I would feel enough when you are already enough just as you are. I remember going on this trip to Asia with one of my friends who was Malaysian, and she was just so proud of being Malaysian. I was like, oh wow, I'm Asian, but I don't really think I'm proud of my culture. And so that kind of set me on this journey of learning how to be proud of who I am and the family that I've come from. Because not being proud of your culture, it's kind of denying your family background and where your parents are coming from and who they are as well. And so it's been a really interesting journey kind of coming back to reconnect with my roots and learn what makes my culture beautiful in order to fully understand what actually makes me as a human more beautiful. I'm really curious to know what you did when you were younger, if you experienced something similar, and if you did anything to hide your Asianness.
Hey, if you Asian, how do you feel about this? I can guarantee you probably got a friend that fits the stereotypes of those people tweeting. If you really don't have a brain for yourself and you the type that want to fit in, being a minority in a predominantly white space will do that to you. You know what I'm saying? Like we see the raccoons in the black community. Like it's so many.
Bro, I'm gonna let him cook, but dog, he is so right, bro. I keep showing people this video that's gonna bring this point home that he just said.
You were black and you were a state trooper, it was acceptable, but the rule was you had to act white. That was the standard, act white. So we had, I'll name him, Trooper Gary Smith, one of the best troopers you'll ever meet, squared away guy, love to have him back me up. Theo Chantlin, same thing. But they fit the act white profile according to the white troop and the white chain of command. And then you switch to Trooper Chris Hill. And I'm sorry, Chris, if you're listening, I'm throwing you under the bus, but Chris Hill came out of the academy, but he didn't dress, he was raised in New Orleans, and he dressed in a way that was consistent with his style. Baggy black shirt, gold chain, and basically regular size fitting pants. You know, and I know I tell you, people here hate when your pants are around your ass and you're showing your underwear. He didn't do that. He wasn't that, you know, but he didn't dress in skin tight Wranglers like the lieutenant who was criticizing him for it. And because they saw him off duty dressed like that at a state police area, and I looked at the guy, and like I said, he's a sharp looking guy, squared away, great trooper, joined the SWAT team. I trained him on this to be a SWAT operator and trusted this man to go into a house with me, and I gotta go left. And if there's a guy shooting at me from the right, I wanna shoot him, but I can't. I gotta clear this corner. But I know Chris Hill's behind me, and he's gonna butt hook, and he's gonna take out that threat that's shooting me in the back. But I gotta check here before I can swing around. And I trusted that man with my life. And they had a meeting because of the way he was dressed. And the sergeant came out of the captain's office and he said, hey, got word from the captain. Run that N-word off, because he failed to act well. He didn't dress well.
So what you're telling me is that not only is it not enough for you to be good at your job. Y'all heard the man himself say this. He had trusted this man with his life. If he bust inside of a house and he had to go left and shoot something, and there was a guy to the right that he couldn't get to because he was busy shooting to the left, Chris was gonna go in there and button hook and neutralize the threat. So that means he's efficient with the weapons. He knows his job, but because he doesn't want to lose his identity as a true New Orleanian, New Orleans is a proud city. Like most black people from New Orleans, we proud to be black, bro. It is what it is. Like, we're not ashamed of our blackness. With that being said, a lot of times you got to go and do this kind of stuff. I feel sorry for people who work in workplaces where this is the culture. Like, you're like 1-2 out of 100 people. You're one of the minorities. I know it has to be mentally exhausting to have to deal with that, because this is prevalent, especially in corporate America, bro.
It's crazy now. I see what the Asians, like on Twitter, what they got going on, man. That is wild. And I see that all the time. Like, I've been seeing so many videos on my TikTok of other Asians speaking out about the internalized racism. And I want to say this, as a white person, bro, you do not have to feel bad to be white. Like, my point in these videos is just to show y'all that being European and white is like the standard. It's been the standard for a very long time. Nowadays, you got white people be like, oh, we're suppressed. We're not They're only feeling bad because we just want to be recognized as well. Equality feels like oppression to these people. It's just crazy. I think the game came out, the Ghost of Tsushima sequel. The character was an Asian woman, and you had people mad. I mean, they was about to not buy the game, and it's like, bro, well, how many games do we have with a white male protagonist? Nobody says anything. We just play the game. We enjoy it. Like Last of Us, Red Dead. Like, bro, Uncharted, bro. Every pretty much game growing up is a white male protagonist. So when I see games like, you know, GTA 5, I get to play with Franklin. I'm happy, you know. Like it's just representation. We can't have representation. So yeah, man, I feel like it's important that if you're a minority and you got these type of people in your community, bro, check them, because it's only going to make things worse. Nobody likes to kiss up. No one likes to kiss up.
A brown noser.
I thought this was something that was kind of just mainly prominent in the black community, but as I'm seeing, it's y'all got a lot of shit to deal with too, bro.
If you like what I'm putting down, hit that sub button. Go follow Antonio Talks. We out.